Yo, what's going on, Hero Clash Call? Welcome back to a brand new special video. Yes, maxing out Porcelina, baby, on the free-to-play account. Make sure you watch the whole video, especially if you are a free-to-play player, because I have some tips and tricks, etc. However, if you want your chance to win a rune or 2 runes and granting 2 runes to a friend of yours, someone in your union, make sure you follow the Discord and enter the Elite Friendship giveaway. Yes. Also, there is a part 2 to this as well. If you are in the Elite Empire, aka a member of this channel, and you win the Elite Friendship giveaway on the Discord, it will grant you 2 runes, and you can give 2 runes to someone in your union. So with that being said, click the first link to follow the Discord, and the second link to become Elite. Join the Elite Empire right now. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into the free-to-play account, sitting at 81040K, and I'm going to be focusing more on the free-to-play account moving into the future of Hero Clash. However, let's focus on Porcelina, baby. Now, when it comes to a free-to-play account, I highly recommend not doing this. When it comes to being a true free-to-play player in Hero Clash, you're pretty much on a nice fine line of meta. You know, you can't jump to the far left, you can't jump to the far right, because it's going to cost money. That's how the game's designed. The game's still fun, however, you're just more focused on that line, that pathway, that journey in Hero Clash. So part of that pathway is not taking heroes up to level 40, especially as a free-to-play comp, because it costs 800 stones to go from level 30 to level 40. You could put 600 stones into 2 heroes, going from level 20 to level 30, right? Or level 31. So the reason why you don't want to take it to level 40 is because you can use those stones elsewhere. However, I'm going to break my own rule for entertainment purposes and just to soup her up. And we're going to be giving some advice on Kataris as well from a free-to-play perspective. So that being said, rule number 1, do not take your heroes up to 40. But I'm going to break that rule for entertainment purposes only. And worst case scenario, I can always use one of my potions to reduce her back down to 31. And put those stones somewhere else in the human faction. Too easy, right? So let's do this really quick, max her out, and then we're gonna go max out her insignias, which is going to be super duper fun. Let's go. Now you're probably curious, yo Trin, how come you're not following your own advice? The reason why I'm not following my own advice is because I only have one goal for the free-to-play account, and it is literally to stay on that line, and it's going to make sense towards the middle and end of this video. As you can see, now this is my very first hero ever on the free-to-play account to get to 40, so I'm going to be destroying all the free-to-play players. However, it comes at a very, very hefty cost. I won't be able to get my Ruth Carve, aka Ruth Cave, to level 31 right away. I'm gonna have to wait, you know, when it comes to my offensive plan for humans in the Summit Clash or whatever, going against other players, other free-to-play players. I want to get the upper edge, so, you know, get that stun off with her, knock them out with good old Porcelina Natalie combo. I do want to get Padilla up there, but like I said, I got a long way to go. However, my future game plan, before jumping back into Porcelina and her insignias, is going to be Kataris. Yes, and as of right now, we have him at Epic Plus, right? He is phenomenal for defense going against enemy Porcelinas. However, you're probably curious, well, Trent, how are you going to do it? Well, when it comes to the good old summoning hall, factory summons, we got 367, and he is already here, right? Future video, and we have 230 of these, we have 152 of those. Get ready, Majestics, let's go, let's go. I can't wait, next week's gonna be awesome. Anyways, before we get distracted, now what makes Kataris extremely powerful is if you can get his relics, and I have a sneaky suspicion that in the near future, Kataris is going to be able to be available when inside the relic cube. Right now we have 0 on deck, but that's fine, that's fine. The biggest thing is going to be these tokens right here. Yes, I am saving the astral coins for Kataris so we can just knock them all at once. As you can see, we have Porcelina at 18, Alvera's 9-9, a top port 9-9, 10-10, bottom we have 5, 14, 6, 9, and 4. So somehow, some way, we're gonna have to focus on some S heroes, and we're going to have to get 3 more heroes to 9. So when we put Katars in here, let's just assume Fagin is Katars, it's going to be at 0, and everyone else is going to be 9 above. Then we can automatically guarantee we're going to pull his relic, right? It is relic. For some reason, I'm just losing my train of thought, like mid-sentence. It's really annoying. So every 100, so every 30,000 of these, we're guaranteed 2 of them, maybe 3 if we're extremely lucky, and it's going to be for Katars. The goal for Katars is to get him up to 18 relics, aka 9 mythic relics. I think that is going to be the move 100%, right? And in preparation, starting next week, once I am able to get Natalie maxed out for the insignias, then I'm going to start focusing on these bad boys, turning him into the Nightfall faction. So we're going to be heavily focused on that so we can get some defensive ones, either HP damage reduction or crit damage res for Katars. I am planning for that. And then my game plan moving into the future is going to, for free-to-play perspective, is to have Katars and Porcelina on the same team. So majority of free-to-play players, we're going to put up a really good fight. That is my strategy going forward into the future. And there's another great hero coming, purple hair chick, you'll see a couple months from now. Can't wait. Anyways, back over to Porcelina, baby. So we have level 10 right here, and hopefully we should have enough. I really haven't ranked these up at all, and we're gonna get that extra attack bonus and armor pen bonus. So we're gonna infuse really quick. Oh yeah, we definitely have enough. We have enough coins though. That's the real question. Rank up. Boom. Is that 20? That's level 20 maxed out, baby. Cake of doodles. And then over here, we're going to infuse. And then for Natalie, I also want to get a set of attack and armor penetration. But dude, it's so hard to pull the correct stuff. But that's how it's supposed to be. That's how I like it. Not everything can just be handed to you for free or pay to play or whatever. I really enjoy the insignias. It's so fun. And when you do pull the correct one you need, it's such a relief, you know. It is such a relief. Hopefully in the near far future, maybe an insignia, you know, program where you can sacrifice 3 of them to get one you actually want. It's going to be a hefty price. I think that'd be pretty cool though, if the devs created that. Okay, there we go. Boom, too easy. And that is, so we are maxed out on the insignias. Glory insignia. Let's go. And now, time to go back over to good old Natalie. We still have to get her maxed out for the relics. Jeez, man, I'm struggling, yo. Struggle bus. But it's cool, though. And as you can see, we have the crit res, HP damage reduction. We're not really pulling that much heat on these. We have crit res again, HP damage reduction. Not bad. So maybe for tier 3, we can pull. We have a crit damage, HP damage reduction. So once we get Ruth Cave maxed out, we probably put the HP damage reduction on him. That's going to be phenomenal. So in this case, we're going to be looking for attack and armor penetration for this one. Level 1, level 2, or level 3 being crit res, crit damage res. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Come on, please be a... It doesn't matter which one it is, actually. So we got a 2. Please be armor penetration. Please be armor penetration. That would be absolutely phenomenal. Here we go. Let's see. Which one was it? I don't even know. Crit res, HP. Oh, that's... It was a 2, right? Did we get crit res or HP? I think we got HP damage reduction again. Dude, Matt, like I said, I cannot get lucky. I really can't. But I can't spend too much time and effort from, what is this called? In the Union, the Northern Mine. I can't spend too much time on this, you know, getting these rewards and then putting it into human, you know, every single week. So I'm going to have to start maybe 1 or 2 more attempts before I have to start building up the Nightfall, because you just can't have everything into human. You know, you have to disperse it a little bit. And then, you know, free-to-play wise, if you're still watching and you're a free-to-play player, I'm going to give you guys some advice as well. One thing I can't stand being, you know, playing as a free-to-play player, playing for, you know, years upon years now, is this right here. I can't stand this. You know, especially you don't have the pass. You got to sit there and wait. So we're going to put it down to 1. I recommend, if you have a chance, keep it at 3. I'm just having it at 1 just to show y'all what I'm about to do. One thing I like, you don't have to watch it. Just unless that pops up, then we gotta watch it. Cool. But what you do is you have it on draw. Let's wait for this dragon to do his animation for the millionth time. Cool beans. So we're going to go on draw, hold it down, boom, and just stop. And then you go over to pets, back, go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So that means you, did we just get a trips? I don't know. We'll find out. So, and that's what I do. So I have it on, put it back on 3 now. And then you can get to that 40 way faster instead of just watching and watching and watching. Now you won't know what you get unless, well, I think we had 30 to 31, so I don't think we pulled trips. And if you think you did pull the shards, you will definitely see it here, which obviously we didn't. I actually pulled, I'm pretty sure it was Alvera's, I think like 1 or 2 days ago. So I don't think I would pull it for another 4 to 6 months. And then to end the video off, we're going to go with here. Let's go. Can we get a good one? And we got Chalkies. It is what it is. It's cool beans. But moving back to Porcelina, you know, part of my plan is when it comes to the Berserk runes. Now, we have terrible runes. We really do. We have double damage reduction, armor pen, not too bad. As you can see, we pulled 2 so far. We have to get an armor pen. There's just no way. We have to get an armor penetration 1. We're going to wait until... we can get the new feature that comes out to re-roll the runes. So if you guys look at my bag right now, I have 1. I'm going to be saving it, and then once we get 4, I'm going to start building up my guardians as well. Like I said, it's extremely hard to get level 6 runes as a free-to-play player. You have Skyline Realm, you know, you have my giveaway, we have a whole bunch more rune giveaways coming up. So I'm trying, y'all. With that being said, hopefully y'all learned something free-to-play wise and entertainment wise. Just to recap, I don't recommend taking your heroes as a free-to-play player up to 40, you know, unless you have a very narrow path like myself. You know, I'm only focused on Porcelina, Kataras, have that one strategy. I'm not trying to dominate the whole app from a free-to-play perspective. I just want to crush in Summit Clash. And so far, my account crushes in Summit Clash. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Cannot wait. Greatness manifested.